decides to bless us with his presence. You are now live.
Yeah. He coming. Like you said, man, Doc is paid. Motherfucker ain't getting all his YouTube revenues on off this one. He wasn't here for the whole 2 hours. Whatever likes and subscribers we get, I'm gonna claim them for my own.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man, new subs and all that other good stuff. Everybody tuning in, plugging in. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. We waiting on one more lion so we can form Voltron.
Yeah. Man. But this place is off the hook, man. I'm telling you. Every time I walk around, bro, we went to a spot where they had hand carved furniture.
Shit, and, how much was that?
Bro, okay, so we see this 6-seat dining room table, right? Hand carved, had the inlays in the middle and everything.
Yeah.
But it was unfinished. And dude was like, 1,700 pesos. Yeah, that was about $850, man. Handmade.
Okay, how you gonna get that shit back, man?
I'm not talking. Who coming back? What you talking about?
It was like, man. yeah. Good evening, back.
Oh,
what's happening?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that ain't happening.
He was like, man, I'll build a boat before I come back. I build a boat.
You ain't lying, man.
I will sail off.
It's people don't understand how much this screws with your subconscious, but like, there's no white people down here, man. And
it throws you off.
Nice.
Throws you off a little bit. Are you more comfortable now?
Bro, it's like, hey, man, like you don't see anybody having these fucking Karen meltdowns and shit. Like,
nice.
None of that, man. Nice. It's fucking strange, man. Everything is cool, laid back, and chill and cheap. And I was telling you, man, nobody locks their doors at night.
You better, you know better. You know, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know.
You know
but
better.
Then again, over 20 years of kicking indoors, and I ain't never come across one I didn't get through. So, you know what I mean? It's like,
I understand, man, but I still want a fighting chance, man. I don't want nobody catching me slipping. So I'm gonna put that hand carved fucking dining room table up against the door.
You want that warning boom.
Yeah.
You want that warning boom.
Man, motherfucker break into my house, man. I leave the doors unlocked just so I can lock the door behind him before I put the condom on. Motherfucker never come back. He be scared to death.
y'all remember Bronx Tale? My man locked that door and was like, "Nah, you can't leave."
Get the gimp.
Yeah. See? I fucking believe that's crazy, man. You better lock that damn door.
Fruit is dirt cheap, man. Like I go around the corner. I go around the corner every day and get
yeah, I couldn't live there. That'd be the death of me, man. I could eat that shit every fucking day.
What, the fruit?
Bro, I go around the corner and I get 4 juices, right? Freshly squeezed from the fruit stand. $4.25 for 4 of these.
God dang.
Every morning, man. And, that's what I eat during the day. I just had these. Bro, I feel fine. I feel great. Nice. It's like.
Yeah, he can't come back because the food will kill him. The food will kill him. The food will kill him.
Oh, thank you. You have a great evening yourself. Oh, Painless is in the house.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, fellas. What's up, Uncle? Hey, what's up? What's up?
Hey, they going on, man. They was talking about docking you and shit, man.
They
was talking about docking you. Hey, look.
They can't dock me, man.
That's
They
just
can't
one,
dock me, man.
that's just one of the vicious rumors.
First of all,
Vicious rumor.
you got to be on time. Everyone want to play with James Brown.
Shit, Ray
You
Charles was
do
doing
what
that
the fuck
shit
I
too,
say
man.
do.
Yeah.
He's shaking that juice up like he got some, them old man with them nuts in his hands.
You got that? Yeah.
I was late. But I was shaking them bones. I was shaking them bones.
You goddamn right. Oh man, shit! I'm so sorry, fellas, man.
Hey, don't be sorry. Just don't let it happen again.
Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you. I'm watching motherfucking Game of Thrones and doing daddy shit at the same time, man.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
Shit, man. Go ahead, Tank. Punches in, man. Punches in, Playboy.
Yeah. Yeah. Time to rock this motherfucker. Yeah. That's right. You're not rocking with the best. Youngstown Zone. 3 PMD. A Death Pod Studio production. Tank of Eddie. Featuring the man in the myth who explains the man's in the myth. Jay motherfucking Busy. And you are now listening to the legendary sounds of Beatdown Brown. And like we always do about this time, anything that comes out of my mouth, the quartermaster's mouth, or Jay Drizzy's mouth does not represent the views and opinions of one Mr. Eddie Westside. Youngstown's own Mr. Ed Duma. 2022's very own Mr. Ed 2020. And you know him and love him. 1/3 of 3 PMD's very own, Youngstown's very own, DJ LOH on the 1s and 2s very own high value man, Mr. Eddie motherfucking Coppola. Rest in peace, K Slay. Shout out DJ O Money, DJ LOH on the 1s and 2s, Uncle A for being in motherfucking attendance, and the whole goddamn on the nose. Let's fight this motherfucking evil.
On the nose.
On the nose.
No.
On the
time,
nose.
goddammit.
One more time.
One more time.
Yes, sir, man.
No.
Motherfucker late. They like he on time, goddamn. Nigga, that ginger drink though.
That's all right. Our viewers are late. That's the reason why they're not here.
A whole lot late. We might get 3 more subscribers.
Oh,
shit, man.
Hey man, so what's up, fellas?
How we doing, man?
same old shit. You know what I mean?
Man.
Kick push.
Shit.
Here we go.
Yeah. Up there in Columbus, Ohio.
Police shooting of unarmed black man in bed renews anguish in Ohio. A video still of body camera footage shows officers and a police dog moments before officers opened a bedroom door and fatally shot Donovan Lewis, 20, in Columbus, Ohio. Let's get it, fellas.
Yeah, here we go again. You know, we had a little break, somewhat of a break, but you know, here we go again. And I guess some of the video footage is out. Dude got shot, and the cop was telling him to crawl to him.
Yeah.
After he fucking shot him, you know, and his roommates were yelling. You know, they were like, you know, who else is in the house? They were like, man, dude is asleep. You know, it's certain folks, man. They, you know, it takes, you know, damn near the whole building to come down for somebody to wake up. You know, we all know somebody who sleep that damn hard, where somebody yelling and doing all kind of shit. And you just don't hear nothing. When they out, they out. They wake up when they wake up. And yeah, man, the roommates got out, but they go in there, and I guess he had his vape, and they thought that was his piece.
It's just certain shit you ain't gonna mistake for a hammer.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many times we didn't heard the story of we thought he had a weapon on him. And motherfuckers was like, yeah, after investigation, the alleged weapon actually turned out to be a Pez dispenser. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we keep seeing this shit, man. We keep seeing this shit, and it's like, if you once again, I'm not the first person to say this. If you that scary, you do not need to be a police officer to where you shooting motherfuckers laying in bed. You know what I mean? Like it almost wonder. It makes you think like, okay, what if these motherfuckers were actually in a real situation with, well, look no further than Uvalde, Texas, when they had a motherfucker shooting back at them.
Yeah.
They stood there and let that motherfucker kill kids. I'm sorry.
He's just using it as an example. You know what I mean? It's just an example. Sorry, YouTube, don't put us on timeout. It was just an example. That's all that was.
But it's accurate as fuck.
Exactly.
You feel me? Yeah, it's
and again, you know, I'm not saying every police officer is bad. We know that for a fact. Just like we know, just like in this case, every motherfucker ain't good. But they stood there and let that motherfucker kill kids. Not only that, one of the officers stood there on the phone with his wife while she was in one of them back rooms with the motherfucker that was shooting at everybody. So it's just like we keep hearing people say, "Hey man, we need police reform. We need police reform." Nah, man, we need to do serious background checks on people, man. Not just all right. We need more bodies. You know what I'm saying? We need people to fill the position. We need to do background checks. Like, how do you can't wash this away, but yet and still you're gonna hear somebody say, "Well, the officer was in fear for his life."
Yeah,
it was a justified shooting. It was extenuating circumstance. I don't know what the fuck that means. I just heard it on Street Kings. But go ahead, fellas.
Yeah, it's just fucked up, man. Like I said, I was like, again, the dude in bed. And he's ultra threatening. Motherfucker just woke up, can't wake up. Cops kick in and was like, what am I supposed to do? I can't move. You giving me all these commands. You know, like, I can't see your hands. No shit, they under this goddamn quilt.
Right. And you made a comment earlier. You were saying that he was shot and they said, well, you know, crawl to me.
Yeah.
In every one of these situations, you see this punk ass behavior. You can see that they didn't clearly shot the fuck out the motherfucker. And he's dead or bleeding out. And they like, roll over on your stomach. Put your hands behind your back.
Still barking out commands. Like, dude, can you administer aid?
Right. Then they put the cuffs on him. You know this motherfucker's long gone. And you got guns drawn and put your hands behind your back. Like, nah, bro.
That's strictly for optics. That's all.
And I'm glad you said that. That's absolutely what that is, and that's why I brought that up. That's when you know you done fucked up, but now you got to put on the show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Every time a cop does that, LeBron falls down like he got fouled.
What is that shit called? They said, what's that shit they said he be doing?
Flopping.
So you saying this is
cop flopping,
cop flopping, black and food flopping?
They don't train you to shoot in non-vital areas.
Right.
Period.
Yeah, man. It was just, here we go again. You know, in the news, it just happened to be in Ohio again. You know,
and this is. Go ahead.
No, I just, you know, it's one of those things. Like, we gotta wait until, you know, all the facts come out, man. I mean, I know it sounds fucked up, and it feels wrong for me to even say the shit. Like, I don't feel comfortable saying it.
Okay.
But not too long ago in Columbus, they also had a police-involved shooting where a motherfucker made it all the way to the hospital with a gun, and he had a shootout with a cop in the hospital room. And of course, it was cop shoots a black dude, and everybody's up in arms.
Right.
But you go and look at the video, and this motherfucker got shot, and was still trying to shoot at the cops when they giving them commands of, you know, hey man, crawl towards me, you know, still drop the gun after you done shot him like 10 times. You know, I gotta wait till the whole thing comes out, man. You know,
Yeah,
this
got to
is giving
see
us
how
a
it plays
trying
out.
to get
But
everybody riled up.
I got you. And also, speaking of getting people riled up, I got a retraction from last week. That chick from Duke, that whole incident turned out to be fugazi, saying that somebody called her a nigger during her volleyball match.
Oh, are you
Is she in
serious?
black?
Yeah. Remember we was talking about that? They were playing BYU. And they said
Oh,
that
yeah,
some
yeah,
dude
yeah.
in the stand was calling her a nigger while she was serving. Turns out, dude was on his cell phone during that time of the alleged offense.
Man, who
And
watching
also,
Lord of the Rings?
Not me.
God damn.
turn your Lord of the Rings down, folks.
Right.
But yeah, turns out it was fake, and now they're trying to fix it where old boy can come back, because I guess they banned that dude for life from all the events, and also they showed one of the basketball players who happened to be black that was watching the game, and during that alleged time, there was no reaction by him during the video footage. It's like, you can't fake shit like that in this day and age. Somebody's recording.
Now she was a basketball player.
She's a volleyball player.
Hey, they need to kick her the fuck off the team.
That part.
Yeah. They need to charge her with a crime.
That part.
They need to, because and I hate to say this because it is a system, but our people already deal with enough shit.
Yeah.
Be out there motherfucking crying wolf. So then when the shit really do happen, ain't nobody gonna take it serious, because this bitch said somebody called me a nigga when I was playing volleyball.
That part. And they said that her aunt, the one who like spearheaded this whole campaign, I guess she was running for office.
Oh, she Jussie Smollett the situation.
Somewhat. Yeah.
She juicy.
She juicy
got
smooth.
me crazy.
Yeah.
She juicy did. But yeah, that's what I'm sorry. That's why I'm come on and put out a retraction, because I was the one who brought it up thinking it was what it was. But this ain't that. So
hey, real shit. And there you have it, a retraction from 3PMD. We want to do the responsible thing here.
Exactly. And old girl, like you said, old Painless, she needs to be done. She on scholarship, needs to be gone.
Yep.
Take
her fucking scholarship.
All that. She needs to be done.
Yep. So there you have it, people. Retraction from 3PMD, man. We ain't putting on no bullshit here, man. But I just, man, like, as disheartening as this shit is, I mean, at this point, I mean, how do you fellas feel about it, man? Because it's disheartening, it's sad. But I mean, we done seen this shit so many times in a short period of time, and we know what history is with the shit.
Right. It's like, I feel what Tank is saying. We gotta wait just to do the due diligence.
Right.
We got to see where all the chips fall on this.
Right.
Again, even though from the outside looking in right now, it's just fucked up. Again, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? It's just a wound that will never heal.
Right.
And again, we keep hearing these stories, and it's like, what? Like, why are y'all so fucking scary?
Yeah.
You know what? I think we're looking at it completely wrong too. Like, it just seems like people of color get shot disproportionately to white people, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, the majority of people on this fucking planet are people of color. The majority of people in this country are people of color. There are white people, and then there's the Asians, there's the blacks, there's the Indians. They didn't divide it up, motherfuckers. They didn't divide it up color into so many minority groups. Everybody's fucking separated. But
if you
go to each
Irish
one of those
or
fucking
anything
countries, you see black people. You see indigenous people.
Right.
So to a point, like, police involved shootings of people in color are more predominant because we're more, of the percentage of people.
I get what you're saying. We're more abundant, and to you. Well, let me say this before I go. It's funny that everybody that's like Irish, Italian, people that never were considered white at one time, all want to fall under that banner of white. But everybody with melanin is like, nope, I'm Indian. Nope, I'm Nigerian. But
Until
you
they
know,
get shot by the police, then it's they
Yeah.
shot an unarmed black man.
right? But see, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, man, I can't run with the it's because we the abundant shit. Because you watch they people walk away from doing some heinous shit, unless
Yeah,
they killed them.
just jumping out of a car during a police stop.
Right.
I mean, on top of that, they bolstered
Unc, you
themselves
muted
to
it. Are
be
you
them.
trying to say something? You muted. Go ahead, Unc.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
we
you.
got you.
Okay. It's like comparing quality and quantity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not the number of people that got shot.
Right.
It's the bullshit behind it when
There you
somebody
go.
of color gets shot. You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go.
Right.
And I get what you're saying, Tank. You got to wait till the investigation and all that. I don't look at it like that. You got to wait for the cover up. You got to wait till they can put every kind of twist that they could put on it. You know, I get it. You know, but that's what we're looking at now. As far as you were saying, Albert, as far as the backgrounds and everything, they should do more backgrounds. I think if you start doing more backgrounds and you hold them accountable, you're heading towards something like martial law. Because half the motherfuckers that get tested and the background check and all that, they wouldn't become caught. We wouldn't have enough police. The police.
Yeah.
You know
Right
what I'm
on.
saying?
Right on. The only reason I say that, and then I'm gonna go back to something else. The only reason I say that is because you got a lot of these cops. Some of them are veterans. A lot of them are veterans.
Right.
A lot of these motherfuckers have been deployed and been in war zones. And these motherfuckers, I've heard the way they talk about the people over there.
Yeah.
I've heard saying N words, high G's. You know, if you watch Black Hawk Down and read the book, that's what they used to call the Somalis. They used to call them skinnies. You know what I mean? So it's these words for particular groups. So when they come back and then they become cops, it's just another deployment in a black neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, they got the names for them. You know, they just had one cop, they caught her ass in Ohio. Valentino, I think her name was. Caught her on camera talking about I hate niggas.
Yes, that was Cincinnati.
You see what I'm saying? So
Cincinnati.
we talking about people that's coming back from a stressful situation. Let's not forget what they was probably raised up thinking, or just their personal beliefs, and now you putting them into a majority area where the culture is a little different.
Right.
And because the culture is a little different, you might consider it abnormal and certain things violent. And so now you in fear of your life because it's not how your culture is. And I'm glad you brought up something. You brought up something that was deaf. So I feel the Cuddy on what he's saying, because we touched on it on Mercs. Yeah, we gotta wait for the investigation to come out because things happen. But at the same time, in these investigations, how many times do they pull out the trick bag? How many times do the fix start?
That time to muddy the water. They muddy the water a little bit. Yeah.
There
Look
you
at his
go.
gold teeth.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
found in his system. Like,
Right.
what the fuck they got to do with a man sleeping in his bed?
Right. Think about bust it. Think about homeboy Ahmaud Arbery when he was out there just in the house looking.
Yeah.
They shot the shit out of him. When the shit went to federal court, I forget the DA or whoever the fuck said, yeah, the family, they all good for with them having a reduced sentence or going to this type of prison over here. They was like, motherfucker, we didn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the little games that they play. So yeah, we need to wait for an investigation, but we also need to watch the hidden hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir. All right,
I
Tank,
just
what-
wanted to say when you're dealing with the numbers, right? We already know the statistics are falsified, but their statistics have us as what 17% at most of the total U.S. population. But we also have been reclassified with a misnomer based upon a so-called leaders that we didn't even designate. So you have, when you brought up the issue about the other people that could say they're black once they're shot or dealing with a controversial situation, it's all a social status. Even white is a social status.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's the game they play. They actually have us thinking that there's a white race. What is a
Right.
white race and where the hell did they come from?
Well, bust it.
You know what I'm
Bust it.
saying? And it's the Irish and the Scottish initially that were the police force. And the history of the police force goes back to the slave patrol. This ain't nothing new. And every president we've had has declared a war on something, a war on drugs, a war on crime. In the face of it is always somebody that looks like us.
Well, bust it. You know, I've been watching this Game of Thrones shit. Check it out. White and black ain't nothing but a banner.
Exactly.
White is okay. You know what? We do better together. So it ain't just Irish. It ain't just Italian, Scottish, Polish. Nah, motherfucker, we all white. We got stringy hair, pale skin. We all white. Before we didn't consider you white because you was Irish. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What I meant was they united under that banner, but under the banner of black, it's just us. Because everybody else want to dissociate themselves. You got other people, other melanated people that come over this country like, nah, I'm Nigerian. Not only I'm Nigerian, but I'm from this particular tribe. I'm Ghanaian, but now I'm not just Ghanaian. I'm from this particular tribe over here. We don't fuck with y'all. Y'all caught us. You know what I'm saying? Then you got every other group that's doing it. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get too deep. I just wanted to add my little 2 cents on what you were saying, brother.
Yeah, I'm just saying that they've militarized the police. I mean, the whole movement to defund the police means demilitarize. You know, they talk in their code and others talk in their code. And the bottom line is we have military forces, as you've just pointed out, that have been directed at, you know, the once indigenous community.
Yeah, man. It's you know, it's a sad thing, man. But you know, I feel for that brother and his family, man. Whatever comes out of the wash, man. So,
all right, brothers, let's
what else we got?
Keep it moving. Oh, my people, did y'all see this? Yeah. We staying in Ohio.
Yeah,
Ohio man.
Ohio father guns down daughter's ex. Fatal shooting on video. Are we gonna play the clip or do I need to?
Everybody on here except for myself has a daughter. You guys can elaborate on exactly what the fuck would y'all would have done in this situation.
Let's give some context. So he didn't just shoot him. Money was at the crib and he was told to leave.
Yes.
So he stood out there and on the video, you can see him he went from knocking to trying to break the door down.
Yep.
The father, everybody in hell, hey, you need to leave. The daughter, mom, hey, you need to leave. We got a gun in here. Dad, once again, you need to get the fuck up out of here. Shot him 3 times, once in the back. So, what you guys got?
Hey, man, somebody better get Cujo.
Quit talking about my dog.
Let Cujo out, man, before he shit the bed. Anyway,
man, that's a giant ass dog too, man.
He sound like it.
Yeah, exactly. Man. That's why I said let Cujo out, brother.
But for Cujo sound like
he just walk around barking and shit that ain't there. He go out, he bark all up outside. Anybody walking down the street, shit in the backyard, he just barks. The motherfucker let it bark. So we just let him do what he do. You know what I'm saying?
Me in 50 years. Let's get it.
There you go, man. Yeah, but seriously though, man, this shit's about to be an NRA commercial. Because this right here is what sells guns.
Exactly.
This is the perfect story of why someone purchases home defense, and I'm telling you, man, this guy's gonna be a spokesman. Yeah. But this is the shit right here. I mean, this is what you wait for.
You got
as a gun owner. I wish a motherfucker would try to kick down my door. You know?
Yeah.
It's just.
Can't you stand your ground? Can't you stand your ground in Ohio? Don't they have the castle law?
Man, I mean, this is textbook like shoot a motherfucker. You know, the police would show up and not even throw anybody in handcuffs. No. You know, they're like, this is one of those things like, hey man, good job, thank you.
And he warned him. He warned him.
Were they Caucasian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole party. The whole party.
The whole party. And they warned him. Everybody warned him. Money was like, nah, I'm coming. I'm taking that bitch up out of there. They was like, no, but we got 3 other little things you can take the fuck up out of here. And so
hold that. I need you to hold something for me.
I need you to hold something. And I applaud the father for protecting his daughter, because there's no telling what he was willing to do if he got up in there, and ain't no telling what he had on him.
Just think about somebody like you done told this cat, like, look, she's already in my house. and here you come trying to bust through the front door.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Tank told me. He was like, dude, your first gun need to be that pistol grip. Because anybody hear that? He's like, man, that will freeze the hardest of the hard.
Yeah.
You know? And he's like, dude, you ain't even got to be able to aim. You know, you just wave that bitch. You hit something.
There you go.
You know, like you gonna hit something. And I was like, okay. But yeah, man, I want a straight headshot. Ain't no back. It's like straight headshot. I've been right at the peephole.
Right.
Like, dude, hit my door again.
Dead in that eye, right through the peephole.
Hit my door again.
Because he got him 2 times in the front, 1 time in the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one. There was one missing in that ass. He was supposed to get him in that ass too.
Yeah, go ahead, take this forget me not.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
I didn't finish. I forgot your ass, son.
Teach that motherfucker how to pop lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Tat, 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 tat.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's gonna be at a booth. Because Ohio's a pretty open. Now it's a concealed carry station. You don't need a license.
Yeah, constitutional
no
carry.
Yeah. You know, he's going to be at tables selling the specific model of gun he used.
Might get a book deal.
Yeah,
You're right.
Well, shit.
right.
What's Zimmerman did it? The boy
Yeah,
that
he
was
did
up there and fucking they got off the 18-year-old who went up there with the assault rifle up there with one of them Antifa meetings and shit and started shooting motherfuckers. He did it. So yeah, I mean, but this time, hey, it's justified, man. You know, go sell you some NRA stickers and you know, this is the type of shit they use for gun sales, man.
Yeah, I just wanted you guys' opinion on this one. It's pretty much clear cut. Like I said, I don't give a damn what color you are. Anybody who do some stupid shit like that,
right?
For what color you are, you know, you
On
busting in
August
the door
15th.
chasing after. You know, my kid.
I bet his daughter can't get that pussy away now.
No, hell no.
Nah, I ain't fucking with you.
I'm cool, baby. Your dad,
daddy don't play.
Your daddy,
Your daddy don't play.
Every time she open her legs, it can look like Freddy Krueger's chest. Lost souls and shit.
They are all my children now.
So what do you think the family should do? Should they just stay at that crib because he blasted him through the door and I guess he died in the driveway and shit.
And ain't nobody coming to that house fucking around now. They ain't even coming trick or treating this year, man.
Hey, you think his family gonna put up one of them murals right there in the front yard and shit?
Bro, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the
boyfriend's family.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the spin.
They gonna fuck around and get shot too.
Right.
I told you, motherfuckers.
Stay off my yard.
Stay off my lawn.
Right. Right. Listen, man. You want to go meet him? That's all they gonna hear. That's all they gonna hear. You want to be reunited? Let's have a family reunion. No, I'm telling you, they're gonna get the deep voice motherfucker to be doing them trailers on August 22nd, 2022. Young William such and such tried to break into the woman's house, and he got broke into his ass. Coming to a theater near you. Danny should have stayed away from the door. An NRA production starring Father Knows Best. That's what I'm saying. They better shoot the fuck out that boy, man.
Hey, man, he had a death wish, man. He had a death wish.
This is Ohio too, and like I said earlier, man, he lucky he didn't break in and be one of them dudes' houses where that motherfucker putting on a condom and locking the door behind him.
That part. That part.
Yeah, get the gift type shit.
What was that black dude in Cleveland who had all those dead bodies upstairs? For how many years? And everybody was walking. He'd come around to the corner store. I'm like, man, will you go wash your ass? You stink. You smell like death.
His name was Castro. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He got more motherfucking serial killers like coming from Ohio than anywhere else, and than like London and shit.
I mean, and the child sex trafficking webs that's been busted. I mean,
my mom was telling about that shit.
He had bodies all up to his apartment, man, just laid out in different rooms, covered in clothes and all kind of shit. People like, man, he smelled bad for years. Nobody said shit. It's the hood.
He was killing them prostitutes, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. They were just coming up missing, and he was just keeping the bodies in the crib.
Yeah, see, it's a whole nother side to how that cats don't get. You mentioned the whole child shit. My mother used to tell me about that because she would be like, certain places she can see motherfuckers sitting in the van where a person shouldn't just be sitting in the van. You know what I mean? One of them old,
Oh, in the Yo, I seen a couple. Man, I seen
Yeah.
a couple of people I grew up with were snatched, and I don't. They both miraculously escaped.
yeah.
My sister was accosted, rollerblading in Mill Creek Park.
See?
There was a guy had raped 5 women. She beat the fuck out of them though, and she
If you-
took the skin samples from her nails to the Metro Park police, and they ain't want to do nothing about it.
If you want to see just where you sit at or what's around you in the world, look at the sex offender list.
Yeah, you see,
My mother found she was like, it's one down the street there, 2 blocks over.
It'll
She
drive
knew.
you crazy. You'll
It'll
lose
yeah.
your damn
you
mind.
up.
Yep, you will lose your fucking mind. You see
be
those
like,
little
what?
You also
dots
got to think.
all through your
You also got to
neighborhood.
think what qualifies a sex offender. You know what I mean? Like,
True.
like they
It's
catch a motherfucker
wide
kissing
range
next
now.
to a school, and
Yep.
they write it up. You know, he had
Yep.
his dick out near children. You know
gross,
what I mean?
gross sexual
And
disposition.
And there's levels to it. There's the
But they know don't nobody got the time to investigate on
that
Right,
part.
it. So
right.
they
That
just throw
part.
you all in there. You know
In
what
the same
I'm saying?
bag. You all in
Right.
the same trick bag.
However, the motherfuckers that's really doing that shit, that aggravated sexual assault shit,
Mhm.
and you
Yeah.
see certain shit, I hear what you're saying.
Mhm.
Some of the-
Let's not
some of the-
discount.
Some of the
Oh,
niggas,
yeah.
you can look at them and you just know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nigga looking like nigga standing across the street looking like Aries Spears. Let's get it.
Oh, nice segue. Nice
Hey, man,
segue.
nice segue. Nice segue. Tank.
Oh man.
My bad.
Nice.
Smash the
I
gas.
don't even know if that was the
High
name.
five. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Fuck that one.
Damn.
What the
Damn.
fuck? Damn, man.
Yeah, man.
There it is.
What goes up must come down.
Man,
Damn, man. Some fucked up shit, man.
absolutely.
I guess they should have upped that ransom or whatever, that bounty they were fetching. You know, what was it, 10,000 or something like that the parents wanted to make this whole thing go away?
All because this motherfucker spoke on a big girl.
Hey,
Man,
see?
Tiffany Haddish and
man.
Aries Spears face child sexual abuse allegations. Her lawyer responds, "What's up, fellas?"
They fucked up.
Well,
They
you trying to
fucked
say they got jammed up because there's some conspiracy shit? Because he talked shit about old big bitch.
That's I said that because that's what's being said on the net. Everybody because he said she looked like a shit emoji. People got mad, and then a few somebody called her Liz on the Hut. And then next thing you know, this shit pop up. But let's go to it. Because if that's the case, what the fuck she got to do with
right.
it?
What did Tiffany do? What she did?
Let me ask you this: Have any of you seen the video?
No, I haven't seen the video, but apparently it's
It
out
sounded
there.
like a bad idea.
Yeah, that's all it was. It
It
was
just
just a
sounded like a
bad
bad
fucking
idea.
sketch, and they went too far.
Okay, let me say something. And Zoe said exactly what I was thinking on a Zoe West show.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. I saw it. First of all, it was a few of them. I only seen one.
Yeah. Tiffany had some, Aries had some. They had their own skits. Is what I'm understanding.
He was the pedophile. She was like the unwitting mom. I'm gonna leave my kid. Can you babysit my kid? And he like, yeah. But I'm gonna say this. I thought the same shit. At first, I said, you know what? They comedians. It's a tasteless skit. But when you see the skit, if this shit had been anybody else,
yeah,
they would be going to fucking jail.
Yeah.
The camera angles, and the camera. I don't know if this kid was 5 or 6, but they had him.
God,
yeah,
dang. Okay.
They actually used children, and like Zoe said, if you was going to do the skit, you could have did adults. You could have had adults, and left it up to the viewer's mind.
Yeah.
The one I saw, and I refused to watch the other one. It was a 5-year-old little black boy. He was in his underwear, nothing else. And let's just say this is a train, right? And one of the scenes they had him doing this to a train.
Enough.
Okay.
Enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cameraman was focusing in on his backside. There was another scene where he was laid back on the ground on his elbows with his legs spread in the air. Camera focused on his midsection. The whole time, Aries Spears like this. So then he's reading the newspaper, and the boy is sitting in front of him playing with the train. R. Kelly shit come on my mind telling me no. And then the front newspaper fall, he holding up one with peepholes in it. And so he looking at the kid. The kid sitting between his legs, and you see him putting baby oil on the kid. Then you see his hand go down there and rub oil on the kid's back.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
See what I'm saying?
I got enough visual aid. We're good.
Yeah,
We're
it
good.
was disturbing, man. And
That's,
some shit. Yeah,
yeah.
we can't, we can't just keep saying that I'm a comedian.
That's
It was
I
a bad
understand
joke, but I'm a
pushing the
comedian.
envelope, but that's not even close to
No.
creativity. that's
No.
ignorance at its finest.
Yeah, it
That's
was
all. That's all. Like you said, it's we give comedians their space to do their thing, but that's
Yeah.
not even nowhere
So
near. That's something else.
Can I ask you this?
Go ahead, brother.
Based on what you saw, because I haven't seen the footage.
Mhm.
Are they cooked, or is they?
I think so. I don't listen from a legal aspect. I don't see anybody going to jail. I just don't see careers going any further.
Gotcha.
Now, shockingly, like somebody said, if these were children of another culture, it would have been a bigger story. But I think that enough black people are outraged about this shit. I think they cook, man, because everybody's like, well, what did she do? Well, she was the one, it was her friend's kids.
Yeah.
The kid, when the mom said, hey man, my kid is saying all this went down, it was like, oh, he not gonna be, he don't have a future in acting. He doesn't have a future in acting. It was like, oh, this was done under auspices of being a Nickelodeon skit and all of this shit. And so she knew all well what was going on. This is what is being said. It was the most tasteless shit I ever saw. And at first, when I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, until they started the shit that they was doing. If it was anybody else, it would be considered child porn. I mean, the kid is literally doing this shit. It's supposed to be what he's seeing in his mind, because it was called, the name of the skit was Through the Eyes of a Pedophile. But they actually had the little boy doing this shit, sitting there with his little legs open. And you can see on his face, he kind of like, man, I don't know about this shit.
So, I was watching, what is it, Comedy Hype News with Capone and
Pierre, yeah, I know.
Pierre.
Yeah.
Capone brought up some interesting facts about SAG and the other actors unions. He was saying that there's rules to having children on set and doing certain acts. There's a list of things they can't do or can't have them do. And then he said there's a rule where either the parent or someone the parent designates is supposed to be watching over the child during any type of filming. And so when you said it was Tiffany Haddish's friend, that adds a whole nother dynamic to it, because now she's involved directly with the project. She's not a liaison. She's not an employee.
Right.
And then I don't want to assume, but it sounds like she could have been the one the parents trusted. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly. Yeah. And that's what the mother is saying. The mother is saying, yo, this was my people. Now, and I get what Capone is saying, but I think this was some shit that they did on their own to submit to comedy. I mean, to Funny or Die. So I don't even think this was under like that SAG banner. She just told her
shit.
It was some side shit. So they told their friends, because see, what people don't know is Aries Spears, he had given Tiffany Haddish a chance. They had been doing skits for a minute. Some of them shit was funny, but that shit, no, that was too much.
Went too far.
It went way too far. So as far as careers go, no, I don't think anybody's going to jail. I just think it's going to be hard for anybody to look at them. The only other thing I would say, because I do have the only other problem I have, and I hate for it to look like I'm defending them, because I'm not. But it's interesting how up in arms people are about this. But we've been hearing for years about children being taken advantage of in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman.
the two
The
cores.
two Corys. You know what I mean?
Macaulay Culkin. I mean,
Right. We can look at Orlando. What's the younger name? Orlando Brown.
Orlando Brown. Yeah.
You can see he fucked up in the music industry. Yeah,
he's gone.
In the music industry, these kids keep saying somebody's taking advantage of me. So I'm saying, yeah, they wrong, definitely wrong. But this shit, as well as any other thing that happens to a child, need to get the same energy that Bill Cosby got when some 60 and 70-year-old women came out and said, this motherfucker did this to me 5 years post World War II. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Three times.
Right.
Three times.
I think it's, what you call it.
And I got a college education in the car and the house out the shit from him. Go ahead.
Yeah, Aries got he got heat on him from that whole Lizzo stuff. So he got that whole army. And I think that's the only reason why it's at the level it is, because they don't give a shit about our community.
No, they don't.
This isn't making a big splash, but we got certain folks out here now that we in that cancel culture. So they're gonna get caught up in that.
Yeah.
But black folks will still rock with them. They just won't be doing exactly what they've been doing. They ain't gonna be riding as high as they used to.
Aries, let me say this. Aries is already a weird motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm a fan. That motherfucker is one of the best stand-ups you ever hear.
Mm-hmm.
But he did this Look Hollywood, I'm smiling shit, where he was on the front of it in blackface, like full on blackface. He was wearing the shit. Then they had a little mock video at the end of the stand-up. He kissing on a dude, like trying to say, hey, here I am, Hollywood. I'm gonna do everything y'all motherfuckers say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have always criticized Tiffany because Tiffany, every time she got in a specific person's face, Brad Pitt, Meryl Streep, she started putting on a fucking show. You know what I mean? Or she started doing some weird shit. So, I mean, it's been a bullseye on both of them for a long time, but they didn't help themselves with that video, man. Whoever made that shit should have said, we need to delete this shit. Because it was tasteless, man. It was fucked up. So, yeah, man.
All right.
Go ahead, Cuddy.
I think, that bitch is into recruiting young souls to be taken.
Damn. So like she's the what's her name? The
oh my
bitch
god.
joined the cult a couple of years ago.
Epstein's chick. What's her name?
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine.
Yeah.
He's a Ghislaine.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said the bitch joined the biggest cult in the world a couple of years ago.
Scientology. Yeah. Thank you.
Next.
I was trying not to conspiracize it.
Next. Yeah.
I didn't have to, you guys dropping names, but
Okay.
you
You dropped a big one. That's the name right there.
You can take advantage of a lot of people because a lot of motherfuckers want that fame.
Yeah.
Want that shit for their kids, and they're sick behind that shit. They want it like a drug, and they'll do anything for it. And they serving up their kids' assholes to, the higher ups in the film industry. And this is just what it was.
Let me say this. You so right, Cuddy, because let me say this. When you look at the R. Kelly shit, everybody looking at R. Kelly, but when you watch that documentary, I was like, y'all parents is the monsters.
Right.
It's a whole system.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all
like attracts like. It's like,
yeah. I'm glad you said that.
When you walk into certain clubs, right? I'm not trying to signify, but I'm gonna just be funny and real at the same time. You see the glint. The glint sees the glint. If you know how to glint,
yes, sir.
You just say, how you doing?
Right.
And you keep it moving.
That's
right.
it.
And
see,
it's crazy how it works.
And like on that, the piggyback on that with that R. Kelly situation, his wife was like, it's a machine behind him. Y'all do know he can't read, meaning he can't book a flight.
Yeah.
He can't book a show. He can't manage money. He was protected. You must protect the golden goose at all costs.
He was
Man,
handled.
He was handled.
They asked some of them parents, like, yo, the girl was pissed on. Well, we didn't think it would be our daughter. Everybody decided now to ask, well, what the fuck was Aaliyah's mom doing? You know what I'm saying? When you listen to Corey Feldman don't even talk to his parents anymore. Because they was pretty much like, get your ass in that trailer. You know what I'm saying?
It was her uncle, not her mother.
Who's that?
Aaliyah.
Leah.
It was her uncle. Okay.
Barry
Okay.
Hankerson, Atlantic Records.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
ever look into that history, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how that got
You know.
set up.
And you see so much of this, like his own Corey Feldman on dad tried to sue him for like $1.2 million. He has no relationship with him. You know what I'm saying?
Britney Spears shit. Yeah. Same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And you know, so it's you know, I don't think that was this situation. I think she did go in there with some sugar on her tongue, saying, "Hey man, let me see if I can get him in with the Nickelodeon shit." And next thing you know, little man show up. They like, yeah, you know, drop down to Mighty Morphin Power Ranger draws. That ain't what he had on. I'm just being funny. And he started doing the bullshit. They make him do the bullshit. So, hey man, you know, hey,
That's fucked up, man. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing is just fucked up, and they get what they get.
yeah,
That's all. They get
Yeah.
what they get. But this one, is just a sad situation.
it is.
Yeah.
You know, sad for that young boy and his sibling, man.
Yep.
Shit, I'm sad for the motherfuckers, you know, we don't know about.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Word.
You ain't never ever hear about.
We need to do a special show on that shit. Word up, man.
Yeah.
The ones you don't hear about. You know,
Ones you just all hanging out at a birthday party and they take advantage of your fucking kids.
Right.
Because you hanging out with a fucking star.
right.
Shit.
Man.
Man.
Oh, about
Let's
Kels, real quick. Kels told him he was the Pied Piper. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
Thank
think
you.
about what he think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, like, what about he led kids away for the rats because they didn't pay the nigga.
Like I said, this is for you all. I don't know about the military training and all that stuff. You're the only one I know that on this panel that's been through it. What the fuck?
Let me see
Have you
something.
heard any of this shit?
Aspiring Navy SEALs are using Viagra to self-medicate when they start coughing up blood. During qualifying drills, they say it works, but at a price. So let me say this: that Navy SEAL shit, that's some different shit.
That's some intense bullshit. It really is.
That's some different
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That's not regular Navy right there. No.
That's not regular Navy. No, that's not regular nothing.
Nothing. Right.
Marine shit don't even come close. Army shit, infantry shit don't come close. And we get put in some fucked up positions. But you talking about 2 weeks of pure hell, man. A lot of these motherfuckers be getting hypothermia. And they say, all right, man, you know, they send them in there, they warm them back up, ask them, do they want to continue? And some of these cats go back out there. I don't know. What is the Viagra supposed to do?
It's supposed to keep the fluid from building up in the lungs, forming pneumonia.
But doesn't it build up other areas?
That's the danger.
See, look, man.
I don't want to be doing, no crab crawls in my Johnson.
Right.
Is out there. You know what I'm saying? Snagging.
I mean, my thing is, listen, man. Respect to those, because you know what, man, it take a lot to join the military, period, man. You know, everybody think you just sign your name on some paper and you off to free food or free barracks and 3 hots in the cot. But signing up for that shit is different. Like, you don't even go straight into it, because before I went to the Army, I was looking at that. And I had the whole BUDS packet, the basic underwater demolition schools, to give you an idea what you're going to go through. You got to get through your MOS training and all that before you even go there. And the attrition rate is something like 60 to 70% of motherfuckers fall out of that shit. I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said like 15 to 30 make it. 15,
Right.
Like maybe.
I'm going to say this. If that's something that you feel like you can't go through without taking Viagra, don't fucking do it. Because it's so dangerous as it is already.
That part.
You don't know what you're doing to yourself, popping Viagra's and shit, fucking with your blood flow.
You coughing up blood, you might want to tap out. Because
here's the thing:
you're not that fit.
It's one of those things where these guys are constantly told, "Hey, look, you're going to be pushed further than your body, than you think your body will ever go, and you just need to stay in it." It's a mind game.
That's
right?
all
Do
it
whatever
is.
you can to make it through your time, being there. Don't get me wrong, it's more than just like waiting out your shit, but so these guys think that doping is very common in the military. And they think, if they just push it, they can take a little bit of adrenaline here, some vitamin shots here. They can shoot tests. These weeks. They can take certain steroids to double their hemoglobin, just so they have legit sports doping shit just to get through this. And the military actually signs off on some of it.
I've never heard of this shit.
Yeah. So when you make it to specialized units, you can get prescriptions for certain drugs because they're mission essential.
Are you talking about after you make it through, or are you talking about during the process? Because I mean, you're not seeing a medic unless you fucked up, or when they come to shine that light in your eyes and your pupils and all that shit, they ain't dilating and all of that. So, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, but where the fuck are they getting this? So to lend credence to what you're saying, where in the fuck are they getting the Viagra from? Because once you get there,
prescription.
You can get that shit.
no.
prescription
Listen what I'm saying, Cuddy.
Oh, okay.
When you get to that Navy SEAL complex, you're theirs. If it ain't on the motherfucking packing list, it's out of there. They got a SOP of a standard order of operations on what you're supposed to have, a packing list that's supposed to be in your ruck and your bag. Once you get there, you don't get to leave that motherfucker. The first 2 weeks, they trying to get you to quit. It is exactly what you said. It's a mind game. Same with Delta. I knew a cat that went through. He was trying to go through Delta selection. He said that's the most he walked in his life. They didn't do all this crazy shit. He said they just put a heavy ass sack on you. He said by the time you finish walking, you would have walked up to 300 fucking miles. And that's how they fuck with your head for Delta selection. For that, it's just you in that cold ass water. They got you doing drills. They got you doing all kind of shit, and it's to see if you're gonna burn out. So I'm saying it could be credence to what you're saying as far as where the fuck is this Viagra coming from?
It's probably there, like Tank said. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have it there, because they didn't just one of them knuckleheads didn't figure this shit out themselves.
Right.
Somebody upper echelon figured this stuff out. And like Army and the Navy, it's been a while since I was in and whatnot, but they were more physical training. Navy walking in the door is nothing but a mind fuck game.
Right.
That's all it is. But just the normal Navy is not really physical and a lot of swimming, but them SEALs and whatnot, it's just a combination that they just throw in there and they take the motherfuckers through the ringer. So I imagine a lot of that shit is during the training because they're fucked up once they get done.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I'm saying? They're running to a fire. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they're told to do.
If you guys' take on that, I just blew my mind, because we saw all the movies with the SEAL trainings and all that stuff, and to think that somebody was on fucking Viagra going through this hell, and yeah, man, it just caught my eye. I was like, man, what,
Mr. Copeland,
is this a thing?
Mr. Copeland, let me tell you this: Ranger School is challenging. They've had motherfuckers down there. Yeah. I don't think it's as bad as SEAL training. Because I think SEAL training is like 6 months. Ranger School is 3 months. It's 90 days. But I'm gonna say this: I've seen fit motherfuckers come back from Ranger School looking like they've been hitting the meth pipe for 3 months. They done lost so much fucking weight.
Yeah.
All to get that their mind state is different.
Yeah.
Everything because they've been through hell, man.
Yeah.
So I could just imagine what them SEALs are going through, man.
Where they feel somebody told them, like Uncle said, the upper echelon, it got a stash. It was like, here, pop this. You won't be coughing up as much because you're going to catch pneumonia. Right. Because you've been out there. You've been out in the elements. We had you up underwater damn near a week.
And that's what the story kind of uncovered a little bit of that. They didn't go too detailed, but they said, the sildenafil, that's what they, the Viagra is called. They're it does something to keep them from getting pleurisy, build up of the fluid,
Okay.
and they're gonna cough up blood from all the swimming and all the pressure from being under that water all that time. And it's like something, guaranteed to happen to everybody, every single person.
Yeah.
So it was like, hey, you want to ease that up. You want to see if you can last longer with less of that to deal with. You're going to get pneumonia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Regardless.
They said they pulled one guy out and said he was starting to get better. Then his mom and them said they went out, they left the room and then came back. He done coughed up a Gatorade bottle filled with blood.
Damn.
And that was it. He was done.
He died?
Yeah, he died. He was done. It was like after they pulled him out, because he got so fucked up. You get that infection, man. Infections affect everybody different. Just like with this COVID and all that stuff, man. One person could be fine, be mild, and the next one, you know what I mean? They're on their deathbed. And they said this dude was in there. He was fucked up. They put him in treatment and, brought the family up and they was like, yeah, he was fine. They said they left the room, came back, Gatorade bottle.
They said
nothing but blood.
Take this Viagra and low crawl on your side.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that concept. I ain't even looking for no Viagra to do no fucking that stuff.
This shit is so common in the military. I used to work on a base where they did the special operations swimming for the U.S. Coast Guard. So their dive school, they would start with 30-something people. They'd graduate like 6. But every single day I worked there, a motherfucker drowned. Okay? Wow. Every single day. Now, you go into that school knowing that you're going to be drowned and expect to continue on.
Yeah, man.
So it's
some of them the same. Some of the same motherfuckers come back and be on the police department.
There you go.
It's a big fucking circle.
Right. I washed out. Literally, I washed out, and now I'm a cop.
Or come back to be a lieutenant in the Bloods of the Crips.
Yeah.
For real.
Right on, man. Hey, man, more power to him, man. More power to him, man.
Viagra, do whatever the fuck you got to do to not cough up a Gatorade bottle filled with blood. You do what you got to do, I guess.
There you go, man. Take that shit and low crawl on your side, baby.
The left side arm told us that's good for digestion.
That's good for digestion. Was I lying? They said that shit work. Lay on your left. That's what old motherfuckers say. Lay on your left side.
Yeah, you sleep
help with
better.
that GERD. Yeah. What we got, Cuddy?
Oh shit, we got the the art teacher here.
Curvaceous.
Causing a stir.
With the weird waist?
Yeah.
Oh man, what's going on with her, man?
The parents are complaining, saying that her clothes are too provocative, and the one that I saw was like, "Well, shit, what else is she supposed to wear?"
I was about to say, what else can she wear?
Right.
Yeah, she got one of them plastic bodies built by Barbie. Like even when she talk, her lips are so fucking filled with shit. Like it just looks weird.
Yeah.
She's an art teacher. Come on, man. Give her some space. She just literally an expression of her art, I guess. I'm giving her a nice little runway.
This woman was probably beautiful before all that bullshit.
Right.
But the thing is, man, who are you gonna get to teach your fucking kids these days anyway? You worried about somebody's body?
Yeah, how
she might be the only
that on a teacher's salary.
She might be the only person that can keep your kids' attention.
You think teaching is the only thing she doing?
Apparently, some of the comments,
right?
Some
teaching on OnlyFans too.
Allegedly.
Some
of the comments accused her of being an alleged failed Instagram model.
Okay.
Allegedly, I didn't.
What they say, those who can't teach.
Let me say.
How do you fail at Instagram? I mean, like, don't you just keep Instagramming? I mean,
right? That was the comments, right? That's how ridiculous the people are with the comments. Like, I mean, it's a spectacle, but I mean,
And they're kids. Kids aren't focused on that. They actually
Right,
want to
right.
know what the hell, what
Oh,
activities we doing.
The story said there was kids taking pictures of her, her rear end
Oh wow.
in the class, and she was
Wow.
bending over. So everything you do when you look like that, I would imagine you get accused of. You know what I mean? Oh,
She
girl, you
looked
know
like-
what you're doing to me.
Yeah, she's like a
She's
black
like, I didn't
version.
even see you. I don't even know your name, sir. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Like,
She's a teacher who looked like a black version of Jessica Rabbit. So what?
Say,
Don't,
baby,
sa-
let me.
don't sound like nothing changed to me. Been doing that shit since I was in school. I know all you niggas did it. You know what I'm saying?
We just didn't have cameras.
Yeah.
You know, we out there with the Polaroid.
we had a pencil.
We had
or
that
a
mental.
Polaroid.
We had that
Yeah.
mental picture though.
Spank
Yeah,
bank.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Say, man,
Yeah, you're right. You had to keep that right up in that spank bank.
Spank
You know,
yeah. Say, let me say this though, man. Regardless of what we think of her body, it sounds like a little bit of hate to me because because
definitely.
some of these teachers, these bitches that be fucking these kids don't get this much scrutiny.
That's what I'm.
That's crazy. Good point.
That's what I was
Good
thinking
point.
the entire time.
You
Great
know what I
point.
mean?
Great point.
Right? You know what I'm saying, Driz? Like
Yeah.
Right, she ain't touching nobody's kids.
She ain't
What
touching
you got
nobody's
to
kid.
say?
You know, and they
She's
did
not
that.
calling them out their name, telling
Right
them
on.
they're gorillas, their mother's gorillas, and the daddy's a gorilla. Don't tell nobody.
Let me tell
She
you
ain't doing
something.
none of that stuff.
Let me tell you something. It was another sister down in Atlanta. Now she was genuine beauty, genuine body. It looked proportional. They gave this woman shit.
Hell,
She was covered up. And once again, let me repeat. These sisters ain't fucking nobody kid. They ain't cutting nobody's little black child's braids out. They not dressing nobody's kids up as fucking slaves. For
putting
Black
dresses
History
on
Month.
male children.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's just amazing to me that because of how they look, they getting more scrutiny than these bitches that be up in here throwing
Actually
these
having relationships, fucking up
actually
these
having
kids' heads.
relationships.
Yeah.
The one chick got out of jail after years. She went in the 90s, got out of jail, married her dude, and had another kid, and ain't nobody said. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, some of these women don't even fucking go to jail because ain't nobody demanding it. But because she's curvaceous, it's just a lot of fucking hate, man. You know,
And
like
most of those pictures look like they was away from the classroom.
Come on, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the kids weren't in there if she was in the class.
Somebody just got a hold of some old Instagram pictures or something like that.
Right.
And they rented it in the ground because in the long skirt, it looked like that was in the classroom, but the rest of them looked like she was out living her life.
There you go.
But again, there's only so much fabric you can use.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
You know, that's all.
Was she supposed to wear that black inflatable suit that Missy Elliott had on and I can't stand the rain?
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Superfly.
Against my window.
She can't. This woman can't. You know,
Huh?
she's trying to do her job.
Yeah, man.
The same thing happened with this nurse with her scrubs. The same deal. It was like, man, your scrubs are too form fitting. It was like, well, this is my body. You know, this is what it is.
Is she doing her job? Is she taking care of patients? Because this is the thing, nurses don't get the credit they deserve. We always look at the doctor. The nurses in there to maintain your ass and to watch out for every little thing. Like why his gas smell like that? I got to get the order for something. You know what I'm saying? We don't give nurses. Shout out to my wife, man, who's a vet. You know what I mean, in the game of nursing, man, and you know, dealing with hell, man. You know, trying to service people medically.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, you gotta watch how you words.
Clear that up.
You got to, man. In this way, be like his wife service motherfuckers. My wife service motherfuckers medically. Yeah, we gonna go see old painless wife, big step wife. So no, man, you know, shout out to the nurses. But it's just like it's funny the things we focus on. Not if this person is doing their jobs intelligently, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying is they're supposed to be doing, you know, look at her ass.
My thing is
that's you with the problem.
Does the kids have an issue? All I hear is from the parents.
Right.
Man, I'm sure them kids are overjoyed. I'm sure the girls have somebody to look up to, and the little boys are like, dang, that's what I want when I grow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't
Focus
nobody
like a
want that
motherfucker.
plastic shit.
I mean,
You
they
never
don't
know,
know
man.
that.
Some
They
do.
don't know that.
No, you
Some
know,
do.
They don't
Some
know
do.
that.
man,
Some
that
do.
shit is disgusting, man. You know
For
why I don't
you,
like that shit?
We know
Because
because
that's what
she's
men do
flammable.
to look like women.
Right, but
Okay.
Cuddy,
Yeah.
let me
Man,
no,
no.
100 what he's saying, but Cuddy, it's a different generation.
Like he said, Jessica Rabbit.
Right,
That's it.
Cuddy,
She's
we in
not bad. She's just drawn that way.
Cuddy,
That's it.
we in the Acme era. In the Acme era, motherfuckers look like they came out of the Road Runner, the Wile E. Coyote's box.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Look like some shit that he put together to try and get. You know what I
We
mean?
know
That's what they
Tank,
like.
we know that's not your cup of tea because you like to, walk around with flames, and these girls are all flammable. And,
Right.
you have no purpose with anybody like that.
Right.
You mess around, you try to hit your bong, you try to hit your apple, and poof, she gone.
Man,
I get that, but it's for the kids, man. She's for the kids.
kids.
Burger titty.
It's for the kids.
I mean, this is a generation, no offense, that emphasizes eyelashes.
My God,
Come on, man.
I can't stand this shit. That whole phenomenon, man, it's
They putting them on their fucking cars, man.
yeah, man.
They're putting them on their fucking cars.
On the
man.
cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that shit. I was like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's beauty. But that's what men do to look like women. Women are
That's
doing the
true.
shit that drags used to do back in like the
Come on
90s.
with it, man.
Yeah.
They got a
Come
lot
on
more
with it, man.
competition
Yeah.
now.
It's not
I know.
it's not
I know it's not attractive.
sexy at all.
And to be
Like,
honest, I'm more
Leaving the
subject.
house looking like Little Richard. Come on, man, stop.
And to be honest, not to talk about the young lady, I'm more subject to see a woman
Yeah.
with all that shit and think either she previously had, or she tucking a dick. Because he right, man.
That's exactly what they did to compete.
Right. They like shit. I'm gonna compete with these bitches. Come on, man. So I mean, not to disparage her, man. She, hey. I mean that's grown folks, man. That's grown folks projecting shit, man. Some other woman walked in that motherfucker.
He got jealous.
She was waiting in the car. Her husband went to go get the son, and she
Took
walked
too
in like,
long.
"What's this conversation? What the fuck?" And the
Took too
bitch got
long.
jealous, and now her ass is too big. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. So yeah, man. That's
All
it
right,
is
Tank.
what it is. Let's get it, Cuddy.
All right, man. So what's up? Method
Hey.
Man's telling everybody he's got fucking options.
Hey, look here. WuTang is forever.
There you
Just
go.
like motherfucking bills in the fucking IRS in taxes.
There you
So,
go.
Meth, I salute you. Do what you got to do. You've done the tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get your fucking paper doing these damn shows. You know what I mean? Because he's definitely has leveled up. He's doing that whole power series.
Yeah.
He's a fucking attorney.
On
He's
power.
a defense attorney.
He went from being a thug and a do-rags to being a defense attorney.
That part. He pulled what I like to call an Ice T.
And
Ice T went from being a pimp on Law and Order to being a fucking cop
there
on
you
Law
go.
and Order SVU.
There you
Detective.
go.
Special
Yes.
Victims Unit.
Yes, sir.
He was Danny up on New York Undercover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey,
But,
man.
Yeah.
Do you,
And the
can,
fact that
can
he
you
has
fault
to-
him, man?
What's that?
Can you fault him? I mean, there's
No. Like, I don't want to be on fucking tour getting paid, you know what I'm saying, per show when I could get paid in syndication.
Right.
He's going for syndication. Shit.
Right.
Like I said, he's trying to get that Ice T money. Ice T he don't have to work again for the rest of his life.
Right.
You
Law and
mean
Order
You mean that
Law and
Ice
Order
Cube money? That Ice Cube money. That's the nigga that's holding the motherfucking pot.
Oh
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say-
you know.
Actually, I say neck and neck because you got to think
Yeah.
about it, man. They got like 20 years in on Law and Order.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's gonna
He
live.
got 20 years.
He's gonna get
Cube got
residuals.
movies. Yeah,
He-
Cube
he-
got
he-
movies, but
nigga, he
Ice
ain't
T got that
Network.
syndication.
Syndication.
We see
Yeah.
Friday on certain like Juneteenth. We see Friday in rotation, but 20 years straight.
Well, he ain't never got to hit
True.
the food pantry. We know that much. Residuals is
Facts.
gonna, is
Facts.
gonna keep him looking good. But right now, I wager on Ice Cube right now
Okay.
Q's pockets being a little fatter than T's.
Okay. That's a good.
Right.
That's a
Okay.
good
Yeah.
little
You know,
comparing
that-
contrast.
that 3 on 3 he
Three,
got going
yeah.
now, that's making money right
Yeah.
now. You know
True.
what I'm saying?
True indeed.
So,
True indeed.
Let me just say, I get Meth, man, because one of the things he said, first of all, was he could tell who the true fans were
Yes.
from the fans that weren't, because they was, coming at him foul.
Yeah.
But, he made a good point. He said, man, records ain't selling like they used to. He said, and I had to find an alternative means of income. I got a family.
Yes.
Some brothers did. RZA, Jizza,
Yeah.
some of them didn't. And he said, I salute him. But he said again, I'm fucking 51 years old, man. Touring is a hard life. Could you imagine being 51 years old, sleeping in a fucking cubby hole on a tour bus?
Your bus. Yeah. Going
You
from
know what
city
I
to
mean?
city, knowing how much you make per show.
Right.
And then you get that check. I was like, man, I just killed myself. Even though he's damn near in the best shape of his life right now.
Right.
If y'all not seen Meth, the motherfucker didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't got his weight up. But anyway.
Which let me know I can still get my weight down. Let's get it.
But yeah, I get it. He's transitioned, and those who really are a fan of Meth would understand.
Absolutely.
And respect that. He's 51 years old. He did his time.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I mean? That's a young man's game. Touring is a young man's game.
All that speaker diving and crowd surfing.
Yeah. Yeah. Smoking all night and drinking. He's like, no, it's meatloaf night.
Right.
I'm going home to my family.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm good.
You hit that. I mean, you reach that point, man. I'm 42 this year. I'll be 42 this year. I look forward to nothing more after I get off work than to go crawl in the bed with my wife. You know what I'm saying? The most I do is go around the corner to the movies. That's my get out time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different, man. And you know what? He did the rah-rah shit in his youth, man. He can sit down, man. You know, if he don't want to do it.
The next generation, with Ghostface Killer's son, ODB Jr. and Meth, Little Meth. That's the next generation. That's who y'all want to see, man. Meth is like, man, I'm good. Catch me on Power.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm trying to do, man.
We got another movie coming out too.
Yeah, Meth's got a bunch of shit, man.
Bunch of stuff.
Meth's got a bunch of shit. And he's like, that's why, like, dude, I've made a lane for myself and I'm gonna stay in it.
Right on, man.
You know, I will always be Method Man, but fuck, I gotta get this money up.
Right.
But thanks for plugging that, man, because that was cool. I didn't know Cass was actually coming after him for not wanting to do fucking shows.
Right. And he said, if a female come at me foul, she getting it too. He said, if you motherfuckers can dish it out, you can take it. If you can be nasty, you can expect to get nasty back. I feel him, man. You know, so.
Why don't he have just one of his kids to fill in like the Temptations did or some shit?
Nah.
Who knows? You know,
Who knows?
Speaking of filling in, I heard Akon used to do that shit. When they fucking double booked him, he would book his brother.
Wow.
That's dope.
2 checks. You want to see Akon? Yeah. I got a brother who looked just fucking like me.
And you ain't really got to sing. I'm locked up. You won't let me out. No. You can't tell me I don't sound like
your brother ain't gonna know your hits.
Right.
Come on, man. Done deal. 2 checks. They said he did that for fucking like at his peak when everybody was bumping Akon shit. He was like, man, the offers was coming in so much, and they were like, man, that's the most African shit I ever heard in my life.
Remember Gallagher did that shit too.
Man, yeah.
Did he?
Man, it was like 7 fucking Gallaghers, man.
There's quite a few celebrities have done that.
That's crazy.
Everybody has a doppelganger.
Gallagher wasn't one motherfucker. Somebody bought the act from another dude.
Right. Yep.
Then another dude, then another motherfucker was filling in, and we never knew.
I thought that was just a skit on Chappelle's show. That shit for real.
The Gallagher motherfucker. You don't remember Gallagher? Huh?
I remember him, but I don't remember, that
Motherfucker
throwing another motherfucker.
He wasn't funny for a motherfucker. People used to sit in the audience with plastic and raincoats.
I could never get into it. That's probably why I didn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, I was young, and hey, man, that's all that came on the 3 channels, man.
Yeah, I heard Akon did that shit, and Raphael Sadiq did that when he didn't want to go on tour with Tony, his cousin or
Yeah.
whatever, was filling for him. So yeah,
Yeah, I
but
think after 7 got one of their sons out there with them too.
Yeah.
there it
Ain't none of the Temptations the original.
is. Come on, man,
Otis,
they been gone.
Otis, come on,
I'll
Otis,
say
they
Otis
gone.
is still alive.
Otis is still there. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we all going to see Otis because after
That's
Otis
it.
goes, it's like, who the fuck are they?
Ain't nobody
That's
coming
it.
to see you, Otis.
I can't.
They are now.
Them niggas sound better today than they did back in the day. For
That's
real.
what's up, man.
Nice.
That's what's up. What's the motherfuckers? You make me high. What's that?
Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Frankie.
I heard
Frankie.
they don't
Frankie
sound
Beverly
good.
featuring
But
me.
shit.
Nah, Frankie Beverly, his voice is gone, man. But
Okay.
his band,
Yeah, that's
man.
that's
if you
what
ever
you go
go,
for.
he got this brother, something Fubu Smith or something like that. Nigga lay that motherfucking lead guitar out.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah. What else we got, man? What we got on the docket?
Shit. That's it for me, man.
Well, shit. Damn. We went
Dude,
under
I
an hour
sent you-
30.
I sent you another one, man.
That's what I'm.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that.
Shout out to Jeremiah D. Shout out to DJ LOH on the ones and twos.
Tank was like, well, shit, I'm done. It's like, y'all can stay. I'm done.
Good.
Shout out Terrence Emmanuel. Shout out Goody Good.
Peace, peace.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Hold on,
And
man.
do a simply
Peace,
speaking.
young
Shout out,
bro.
shout out. Yeah. What else we got? I'm like, what? We
Peace,
short.
Emmanuel. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks for coming out.
Tank was like, yeah, man, that's it. That's all we got, man. That's it. Go home.
Yeah, man, that's all I got, motherfucker.
That's
What you
it.
talking
That's
about?
all. Oh,
All right.
that is right. The am I the
the
ass?
asshole.
Come on, man. You know we got to bring it on with this one, man.
Okay.
Man, for
He
changing
is
locks
the
behind
ass.
wife's
He is
back.
the asshole.
Man slammed to change the locks behind his wife's back, broke her trust. Somebody read it so we can give him context, because this motherfucker is an asshole.
He is the asshole.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
You got it up, Tank.
Yeah, fuck y'all, making me read. All right, a man who swapped back the locks on his house after his wife had them changed has been slammed online. In a post shared on Monday's Reddit, Am I the Asshole forum, for which now is over 17,000 upvotes, user sock number who gives a fuck explained how his wife had changed the locks after his sister continued to leave their home in a mess. According to the survey by Yelp, 80% of couples living together have disagreements about housework. Fuck this. Let's see.
Just run it. Just run it, man.
Yeah.
Just tell what happened there.
So basically, the little bitch was nasty. She was leaving her shit everywhere. She was having
The
parties.
sister.
It's his sister.
His sister.
And the wife was kind of like, hey, man, clean up after yourself. I don't mind you using the crib. And then your people over. But then the house was always nasty. And then her shit kept coming up missing.
Yep.
Jewelry kept coming up missing and shit
Perfume,
like that.
jewelry,
Perfume,
her
jewelry.
snacks that she just baked for a loved one or friend that just had a loss in the
Right.
family.
Yeah.
Right. They ate all the shit. She
She
said,
told
well,
the bitch no, and she ate the
Ate the
shit
shit
anyway. Let her friends have the rest. You know
right.
what I mean?
So she changed the locks like, fuck this. If you can't be respectful of the spot, no. And she gave the key to the husband, let him know what the deal was. This motherfucker went behind her back. I forget if he talked to his mother or whatever, but he went behind her back and changed the locks back. What the sister do? She came in and fucked the shit up again. So the wife was like, you motherfucker. And she went and stayed somewhere else. Next thing you know, the ring magically popped up. The sister had it on her finger talking about, I walked out, I forgot to take it off. But you shouldn't have had it on in the first motherfucking place.
That part.
What y'all got?
Boundaries. Boundaries. Once boundaries are broken, man, I don't know if you can come back from that.
Absolutely. Let's get it. What y'all got?
Yeah, because he broke the that foundation of the crib.
Right.
That's your wife's crib.
Right.
Nobody come in there and start doing what they fucking want to do, stealing, eating up, all your fucking food,
Right.
laying, dirty shit, dirty towels everywhere, just being disrespectful.
Right.
If that's what you want, you go ahead and get your own crib. You got your mama, your sister, and everybody else over there, but leave the wife out of it. But he's full-fledged the asshole on this one.
Right. And he provided a kicking spot. The wife was
That
cool
part.
with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can at least clean up after yourself, but then you eating up shit that ain't for you, and you stealing shit. You stealing. You a fucking thief.
Yeah.
And for her to go to her husband, and this cat, she look, man, when you got, it don't mean you don't love your mom or your sister, but when you got a wife, especially a good one, that's it. That's a different type of thing, man. It's a different type of respect that needs to be given, And
but who says she a good one? You know what I'm saying? Sound like we only catching one side of this story. Sometimes some motherfucker get pushed into making decisions like that. I'm not saying. Go ahead.
But on face value, Aaron, somebody coming in your house stealing your shit.
Okay.
The shit coming up missing. I don't give a damn.
Wrong. That's wrong.
Your towel's dirty on the floor
my
every
shit
time.
coming up missing. We got a problem. I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's my husband, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, if something coming up missing in my house, it's gonna be a fucking problem.
Yeah, right. Let's hear Unc's perspective. Get it, Unc. You got it.
Okay. You just don't know what drove him to do that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, like you look at, not on the same subject, but motherfuckers are going to shoot these buildings up. You know that ain't right that they did it, but something drove them to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You only get one side of this story, and I'm not saying that he ain't no asshole. You know what I'm saying? But what drove him to be an asshole?
Now let me say this though. Let me say this. You 100% correct, and I could take that. But the side of the story that we get is his side of the story.
Yeah.
He's saying
this is from him. Am I the asshole?
He's admitting this.
Yeah, he's admitting
that he has no personal boundaries for his family. And it's a completely one-sided deal.
Right.
That's where it's coming from. The perspective is his. He's asking the question, am I the asshole?
So the cry for help and desperation.
My sister all this damn space.
The cry for help and desperation was the wife taking the initiative to change the locks.
There you
go. She's obviously not that type of person. And she came straight to him and said, hey, here's the new key. Here's the old locks. You do with them what you will. Put them up somewhere, whatever. But this is what I did because I don't want to get into it with your sister.
And this is why I did
and talked to her over and over. Yeah, and this is why I did it. Last time was the last straw. He says, well, my mom's coming in town this weekend. My sister's going to meet up with my mom, so she won't be there alone, baby. And his mom already had a key. So this already, how many people do you give a key to your friend? Yeah. I mean, it's just their choice. You know what I'm saying? But I never lived that way.
Yeah.
And I've been in situations, I don't want to say too much because I still have things going on, but yeah, he's the asshole. Like there's boundaries when you start your own household.
That's it.
It's not that you disconnect from relationship with your relatives, your original foundational family, but there are boundaries that must be in place.
For sure.
Yeah. Trust me. What I'm saying?
Trust me, I done released from a bunch of motherfuckers here and my shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just saying I didn't know that this was his story.
That's him. That's him calling in. Okay. Yeah, I feel where you're coming from, but he's telling this narrative.
Yeah, it was a great point, but he pretty much in the article he admitted, like, my sister ain't shit. She stole, she fucked shit up, didn't clean up, bitch ate up everything. My wife kept cleaning it up, warning her. Finally, she changed the locks, came to me, told me why whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. I said, fuck it. It's my sister. I love her. I'm gonna go change the shit back. Fuck what you talking about. And she was like, all right, well, I'm going to stay somewhere else. Fuck you, your sister, and your nasty ass mama. That's what a black woman.
That's all.
Maybe sometimes you just do it to get rid of a motherfucker. You know?
That's what DJ LH on the long would say.
That's a good point. That is a great point too.
You know what I'm saying? Evidently he ain't give a fuck about her.
Like she don't love her. Like he's saying she don't love herself. She stay after that. She deals with this shit.
Yeah.
Well, what I got to do next, motherfucker? Burn this motherfucker down.
I done gave everybody a key. I done gave my ex-wife a key to the crib.
You gotta start pissing.
I done gave everybody a key.
Yeah.
What you thinking, Dr. Studbuster? You've been stretching the whole show. What you got?
What's your take on that situation? As far as your old lady got to go ahead and change the locks one more time, and look here, motherfucker. This is the last time I'm gonna change these locks. This is your key. This is my key. I find somebody foreign in our pool, they getting laid out.
Look. Okay, I know how somebody being in my space fucks with me. I can't fucking stand it.
Gotcha.
And I get into other people's space just to see how far I can push people to the point of annoyance, because I want to see if I'm fucking normal or if I'm crazy. It's my own little personal experiment, okay? So it's annoying to have somebody close to you to begin with. And then when you're living with somebody, you can be annoyed with the person you're living with.
Facts.
Then you bring in another motherfucker who does some shit every single fucking day to get thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where I'm going with this.
Sorry, man.
You gotta hit the apple again.
Just keep venting, man. Just keep venting.
It's a tough situation to put yourself in, man. You create your own prisons, and maybe this motherfucker just needed some shit to go on in his life.
Right.
Like some people just love drama. And
Yes,
when
sir.
ain't nothing going on, like how many people gotta like listen to street traffic to go to sleep? Like that's a noise now to go to fucking sleep. Like over fucking subway trains and shit. Like some people just like that fucking noise.
Okay, that's a perspective. Man, I mean, that's crazy as hell. Like you said, man, dude is just inviting this drama into his world, even though he know damn well it's going to infuriate his wife.
And he didn't give a damn. So evidently he wanted somebody gone, and he made a decision when he changed them locks, right? He made his decision when he changed them locks back.
You got a side bitch.
But it's so messed up that he's the one who put the story out there. He's the one who set the whole stage up. That's what makes it so like, man, what the fuck are you on? You like that shit.
Yeah.
Talking about you want to know if you the asshole or not. You know you the ass. You know you doing some fuck
Master
shit.
Bruce, some men just like to watch the world burn.
Right. Man. So that motherfucker, he the asshole in my book, man.
He could be. He could be. He might not be.
Right on, man.
Sipping on some 2020 thievery.
In the temple
Zinfandel.
I like that label on that motherfucker.
How is that shit?
Yeah, man. It's gone. That's how
it is. That's how it is.
Delicious and
nutritious. It's gone.
Right on, brother.
El Salvador. That motherfucker's like a chiropractor medicine man in this motherfucker, man. That shit was amazing, man. Bro, he best chiropractor in the world, man. Yeah. This shit was nigga, I heard chickens in the background when I was getting adjusted. Like for real. It was in some dude's like front yard, just kind of tented off with bed sheets. And
don't say no more, man. Don't say no, man.
Oh, I got video,
going through a fucking witch doctor.
This shit
you fuck around and you can't walk a straight line no more. Don't say nothing.
You kind of like Christopher Walken in The Man on Fire, just that old CIA operative that gave the fuck up and went down to Mexico, and now he participating in shit he shouldn't be. Ain't no way you can hear chickens in the background of a medical situation. Right. If you at the doctor and you hear chickens, you might want to leave that motherfucker.
You might want to leave.
Right.
Man, that motherfucking shit worked, bro. I feel amazing.
That's why you keep switching. That's why you keep stretching. Don't look like it.
I can feel my pinky again. Like my
man,
so jammed up, like I couldn't feel my.
I don't think you're supposed to feel that shit like that.
Connected nerves. He done did some shit, man.
You keep doing this shit, man. I don't know it.
Amazing, man. My shit was jammed up, man.
You think you're doing good? You looking for chickens? That's what you're doing, man.
Hey, man,
whatever works.
Give me a chicken back here, bro.
Whatever works, man. Take me those fresh eggs. You about to get on this rocky shit and start running in the morning, man.
You
fucking
fresh
eggs in your son.
I did it. It worked one time in my life. All right, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Until next time, gentlemen.
So happy you
back at it.
Right on, man.
Hey, I enjoy this with you brothers, man. I really do.
Appreciate you.
back.
Appreciate you.
Damn
Thank you guys.
Drizzy
Yes,
back in
sir.
the building.
Back
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, thank you.
It out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tank playing that chopped and screwed version at the end. So yeah,
Hey,
right,
man, that's it. I took it from my computer, uploaded it here. It's just
all good,
having the
family.
StreamYard dead.
Legendary sounds of beat down Brown.
Like,
Indeed.
share, and subscribe. Like,
Please,
share, and
please,
subscribe.
please
Hit the
hit all the
bell.
buttons.
Everybody, send a shout out to for stopping through. That's
Yes,
that
sir.
old
Yes,
school
sir.
game
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
that he only came through for free with us, but y'all
If you
got
get
to
on
pay
your
for.
nerves, get the keys to your sister.
Peace,
Hey.
big bro Jay.
no,
Peace to the
no,
whole
no,
panel.
no,
Peace,
I-
Jeremiah.
I ain't
Jeremiah
fighting this
D.
motherfucker in here, man. You cut that shit out now. Motherfucker ain't leaving. She want to throw hands up in this motherfucking name.
Yeah.
My mother might have raised a fool, but it was Tank's Uncle Puncho. It wasn't me.
He can
Right
fuck
on,
you up when he
man.
see you. Hey, you better duck.
Ooh.
Better duck. Them teeth are coming.
Man, y'all
This
take
motherfucker
it.
got mad at him one time, threw his teeth at him.
Hey, took his
Man,
and threw that bullshit you not. Threw him at me. Yeah.
Otto stormed out the house, right? Motherfucker stormed out the house. We get a phone call about 2 hours later. Hey man, y'all seen my bottoms? I can't find my bottom teeth.
That's what your ass get.
that's what you get.
That's what your ass get.
Motherfucker had lint and shit all over him when they was all over the floor, man. God damn.
Yeah, because I kept a nasty house back then. Ain't no telling what was up under that motherfucking couch with them teeth.
Dog
I'm out,
hairs and
gentlemen.
zigzags. Peace. Y'all
Deuces,
take it
fellas.
light.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.